Hello students, my name is Dr. Neeraj. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am very happy to make a video on predicting whether India is going to win the World Cup or not. Tomorrow is the World Cup, T20 World Cup, and how analytics can predict the outcome with quite good amount of accuracy. So today I'm going to talk about logistic regression in R programming, and we already have this program. I have already written this program, and let me run this program. This is R Studio. If you don't know, this is R Studio, and I have a data from various sources like there are some cricket records, and from that some websites I have taken out the data. And now it is clearly see predicting. This is the program I have used logistic regression. What is there and how I have done it, I will tell you. And see, the predicted probability that India wins is 80%, 80.45%. So this model has predicted this. And this is if India bats second. That means uh, India is going to ball first and then is going to chase the runs. Then the probability is 80. What if India bats first? If India bats first, let's see the model predicts logistic regression whether India is going to win or not. It's so strong. So if the India bats first, again I select and control enter. Now the prediction is quite high that 99%, almost 99.5%, the chances now is increased, is better than 80%. And if India is going to bat first, this model is also saying the chance of winning is more. And even if it's, you know, if it is not batting first, then also 80% chances are that India will win against New Zealand. So, guys, this is very interesting. I'm sure you are also interested to predict like this. I have seen many predictions. Some are predicting that India is not going to win the final, but at least this model is saying that India is going to win. So, how I've made this simple model, because I've been teaching this model in analytics classes, and I'm sure this will interest you how I've made this. So I've installed the package read Excel because I want to the data is in Excel, and then I call the library read Excel. Obviously, this is the basics, and then I have a data. This is the read Excel, and then I put this Excel into the data variable, data frame, and then I see the data by saying view data. So can I run up to here? So I am seeing view data. Now this is the data. So guys, let us understand this data a little bit. Match ID, okay, the numbers are there. The date on which the match happened. Year is also there. So I have taken the data till 26. That is quite good. And the venue is there and the country and India home. That means if it is one, it is played in India. And if it is zero, it is not played in India. Like if it is played in New Zealand, obviously it is zero. And then New Zealand home, it is opposite of India. Then India bats first. If India bats first, it's one. Otherwise, it is zero. Because there is definitely this is a variable which I would like to consider, especially in a very big matches. I'm not a very big fan of cricket, but still, I know this much that if you bat first, if you ball first, it makes a difference. That's why there's a toss. This is a strategic thing. So India bats first or not, it is mentioned over here. One means the India bats first, zero means India is bowling first. So India rating is there by ICC or IIC. What is that? ICC, yeah. Then ICC has given some ratings, and then this rating is given over here, and then New Zealand rating is also there, right? And then I have calculated the strength difference. As per the rating given by the international body, I have calculated the difference. Minus 22 means that India is not strong in this case. Team is not strong. New Zealand is stronger. 4 means India is stronger by 4 points. So this is a difference. This is one of our variables which I have taken because it will have an impact. Team strength does matter. And then match winner, whether who won the match, the outcome is there. So if India is winning, it is 1. If New Zealand is winning, it is 0. So it is a logistic regression. Logistic regression, my dear students, it means that the dependent variable is categorical, and in this case it is a binomial dependent variable, either yes or no, win or lose, good quality, bad quality, customer will stay or not stay, it is a spam or not a spam. All these, for all these cases, logistic regression can be used. You are aware of that. So, guys, obviously the data is not very big, but it is almost a real data, actual data. And I've taken 25 records. That's why I have not splitted the data and all those things I have not done. I've used the whole data. Now I have explained you the data. Now again we go back to our R programming. So I can also print the head. That means the first 5 records will be printed. So we have already seen the data. That's it. And now logistic regression model. How do we define this? This is the model in which it will be stored. It is a name. Model 1, model 2 can also be there. Whatever. I have put a name of an object. This object is created by the command glm. So guys, if you understand, if you remember, when we are doing linear regression or multilinear regression, I am using lm command, linear model. But when I am using logistic regression, I am using generalized linear model command. Glm is the command. Now I am saying India wins. It is a dependent variable which is predicted by sign is there. India when is a dependent variable which is predicted by whether India is playing in a home country, like that means that is India, or it is playing outside India. This is one of the variables which will predict whether India will win or lose. Second is India will bat first or not. If India bats first, it has a different probability. It is higher probability, 99%, as we have seen. If India does not bat, it is around 80%. So it has a impact. So next is strength difference. See, the strength difference is also important because if the strength of the team is higher, obviously the chance of winning will be higher. So all these are the independent variables which will predict. This is all IVs are predicting the DV, which is the dependent variable. And data is equal to data because we have stored everything in data over here. I think this is very simple, and the family is binomial. Either it will win 0 or 1. So this is very clear, simple. Now I have also written summary of the model. Now let me run this. Control enter. Guys, now you can see this simple logistic regression summary has come. So this is an intercept, that is the base. If all IVs are 0, what will be the impact? So this is what it is. Then India, whether it is played in India or outside, it has a very nominal, negligible impact. India will bat first. It has 3.9, which is quite substantial. If India bats first, now, what does this mean? How do we say this? How do we say? First, we see the p value. P value should be less than 0.05. So it is not zero point zero 0.05. I'm not very finicky about this, but it should be. As a statistician, if you think, then it is strict. Zero point zero 0.05. If it is more than 0.05, just reject. I mean, if you go for bookish value, but I can say it is marginally significant. That's not a problem so much because the data is less. I'm still considering it. So the inference is a 1 unit change in India bat first, that is from 0 to 1. So a 1 unit change in India bat first increases the log odds of India winning by about 3.9, holding other variables constant. This is the exact what you have to write. So guys, this is what is the summary of the model. And now finally will show you how I have used it to predict. I made this model and then summary, and then I've made a new new object by data.frame. In that I say India home is 0. I'm considering this scenario. 0 means, so first is says 0. India will not bat. And strength difference is 22. From the, I've reduced this. You can see this, how the strength difference has come. In the last of the years, it is 22. You can see this. I've subtracted the ratings of India minus New Zealand, which is almost coming to 22. So I've considered 22. We are at a plus side. So strength difference is 22 for India. India bat first, 0. It can be 0, it can be 1. I don't know what will happen tomorrow in the match. So I can consider both of them and try to find out. And then I do the prediction by using the predict command and using the model and new match is the input which I've given, and the type is response. Fine. And then I print the probability over here. So let me run this, control A and enter. So probability is 80%. When the India, one second, let me show you. 80% the probability of winning the match, the World Cup, when India does not bat first. But if India bats first, let's see. If India bats first, the probabilities becomes quite high because we may not be good in chasing in a pressure match. So this is what the model is saying. This is the historical data is saying, and I hope the model is accurate. I'm not saying that it is 100% accurate, but I'm sure that statistically it is definitely it is showing the probability that India is going to win the match. But I've seen many. What do you call Joshi and all, they are saying that India will lose the final, and all those things are coming in the media. But I believe in the data and I believe in analytics. So I'll definitely believe in the model which is created here, and I definitely predict that India is going to win the match tomorrow. And let us cross our fingers, and I'm sure that India is going to win, and I also want that India wins. So guys, this is a very important concept, and I will just show you one thing also. uh, if it is there, yeah, this is a sigmoid function, which is, it is from 0 to 1. How the logistic regression runs, 0 to 1, it will show 0 to 1 is the sigmoid. 1 means the chances are very high, and in between there's around zero point 0.5 is the probability of threshold. Below this India will lose, and above this line India will win. This is what it is showing, and this is what sigmoid functions does. It makes the value from 0 to 1, and it talks about probability, and this is the 50% probability, neither win nor loss. Above this India will win, below this India will lose. This is how it calculates by sigmoid function. See here it is saying strength difference. Strength is negative, that India's strength is negative. Probability that India will. As the strength will increase, the probability, if you see, can is also increasing. It is increasing, but to the limit. After certain time, that does not make a difference. It becomes parallel because the graph is sigmoid function and it is between 0 and 1. So I have already told you how to calculate sigmoid function, some numericals we did in the class. If you have any doubts in this, you can ask me. And how I got this data, somewhat I've used a little bit of AI, but I have cross checks of for the accuracy, and somewhat it is okay. I think so. The data is okay. Let me show you some uh, cricket data for T20. So how can we get cricket data for T20? We can get it from Kaggle, that is also there, and then we can get from Crick Sheet. I've used that. ESPN also is there. Crick information is there. ICC official ranking data is there. So all this you can take data, guys. If you want to have interest in analytics, try to relate with the real world scenarios. Otherwise you'll feel, I don't want to use that word bored, but you will feel that why are we learning this. That question is there at the back of the mind of the children or the students, and if that is not cleared, the learning cannot happen. Now I'm also planning, you can, there is so many models I've taught you. You can use various models for various scenarios. Like now there is a fight between uh, Israel and Iran and America. So who will win? We can use some model in that. There can be a game theory, there can be something. We can use, we have to think, we have to take out some data and we try to put it in the model and try to use it in day to day life. Otherwise, just learning for the sake because it will come in the exam, it may, you may lose interest in all these things. So see how beautifully this logistic regression model has been used to predict whether India is going to win or lose in the next match. So tomorrow I'm going to see the match at 7 p.m. It is going to be live, and in my society there is a big screen over here, and we are going to watch live with all the people, all the society members, and we are going to have a lot of fun. And but at the back of my mind will be my model. Whether this model is going to predict or not correctly is also a good learning for me, and we can also learn from this model. Obviously, start. This is a model to teach you, but there is obviously, I can say 10% accuracy was not there, 90% it was, but all that, but there's a logic which is more important. Whether it predicts, what it predicts, that's a different thing because the data is less, but the logic is correct, that I'm 100% sure. And this is how we can make a real world projects so that the prediction can happen accurately. If the same data will be say 100,000, 10,000, definitely the model will work because it has a logic, and this logic is always correct because it is statistically proven. These models are used again and again, and the predictions have been quite accurate. And talking about accuracy, guys, I have not used the confusion matrix in this particular program, but I have done it personally. I have used it somewhere. I have just checked the confusion matrix. I've checked the accuracy ratio, and then F1 score, and then all those things. F1 score is above 80%, so it's quite good. But when you are doing a project, you should have a confusion matrix, you should have accuracy ratio, you should have an F1 score, so that all this confusion matrix and everything is for classification models, right? And this is a classification model, so we use confusion matrix for accuracy. So that is important, that should be added in this, but I've done it so that it is correct. I don't want to increase the size, the length of the video, and saying that that's all about this particular video. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel and do comment if India wins on this particular YouTube channel and in LinkedIn. connect with me. I'll be happy to see your responses. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.